Hey, I'm back with part 2 for how to put together a bike. This is part 2, and obviously that was like 20 minutes ago because I watched the video. It was like 33 minutes, but I skipped through parts of it because I pretty much lived it. So I never got up from the foiler, and I guess I'm going to put it together now, unless I decide not to, or put part of it together this time. I really don't want to do this, but you got to, because I kind of need this thing Sunday. Need this bike, because I'm going to be riding around the neighborhood with my friends. I don't live in a neighborhood, but my friends do. So I'm going over the ride with him. Well, them. So I guess we get to put it together now. So it's gonna be a little hard. Shoot! Just dropped my sprocket. You always face your sprocket flat down, so that way you don't drop it. There. And as you remember, we took apart all of it. Then, don't have a new one of those, so, I'm not sure what it's called. Maybe it's the brakes? I don't know. I can't remember. I'm thinking. I'm just spinning this table around. I'm gonna lift this thing. Because it's pretty much going to be my dirt bike stand, because it's hydraulic. I took it from a chair, that little chair, took it apart and put some boards on it. I'm going to use it for my new dirt bike. So, whoa. I guess I'm going to put it together. Gotta think how, because I know these go in. I'm gonna go ahead and get my hands greasy. Yeah. These go in like that. But problem is, there's gotta be more to just them. Because there's gotta be more of them, because they don't really make a circle or anything. I guess they just go around that like that. Just kind of go around it, I guess. Yeah, I know, I see. Because there's little bumps right there. See that little bump, I guess? You can see it, sort of. But, I got my grease towel now, because I found it outside while I was washing my hands in the part 1. And, if you have not watched part 1, I suggest, if you're just going to put it back together, you just kind of bought the tire and didn't really know what to do. Instructions can be hard because I don't use them, but I know people that come to me, they know I don't ever use instructions and always get it perfect and everything. So all my friends pretty much, they're like, hey, I got something I got to put together, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the instructions. They're not really doing anything for me, so they just bring it to me and like, can you put it together? I'll pay you though, if you can. So I'm like, sure. You get money out of it, do it. And if you don't know how to do it, and you still get money out of it, figure it out and do it. Go on YouTube, you got it. I'm trying to angle this where you can see me. Sort of. This is gonna be hard. Everything's hard these days. That should be good. Alright. You can see a table, sort of. Alright. I guess first thing first, flip the tire over like that. stand it up straight. I'm just kind of going how I can. Yes, I think. No. I'm forgetting my bearings already. Now, remember, the round side goes in first. Round in first. And the side with the brake. Oh, shoot. There's a lot of grease in there. Kind of stick your finger in the hole. I mean, it's going to be nasty. And kind of spread it around on the bearings, too. Just to make sure they're greasy. Because, I mean, there's a lot of grease in there. Because it's all the grease from everything. They load it down with grease. Kind of spread it around the bearings a lot. It'll come off your hands. It'll start to fade away, sort of. Kind of. Then you take your brakes, slide them on in there. Okay, now I gotta get my brakes in. I feel like I'm forgetting something, yet I am. Which will be put on last because I pretty much have to take it apart. And what did I do with that? Oh, I see it. Now, I don't want to get this hand greasy. Now, here is the oh no. I was not planning on getting grease on my four-wheeler today. Shoe. Put it together without these freaking things. Oh, about did it. Without these stink. I cannot talk today. Good grief! Help me. Help me out. So I'm not gonna put that in. Now your thing may not go in all the way. I don't know why. Because it's supposed to stay like that. Now. You want to take your, this piece with the two forks sticking out. Take that. Shove it on the side with the sprocket. Make sure the two little fork thingies go in first. Alright, now take your other side bearings. Keep them separate. Stick them on in there. Grease it up. It's going to be hard now, but just kind of get in there, make sure they'll rotate a little bit. It's kind of hard to because they're greasy. They're not going to let you turn them and twist them and jerk them and blah! Uh-oh! Oh, no! Uh-oh. At least that greasy side didn't get it on the ground. I don't know if this will go back together or not. Oh, just a way to help you out now. Put in that thing with the fork. Put it in before you do anything. Put it on your thing, on your sprocket. Now you can shove everything in there and say you're halfway done. Sort of. Shoot, now this thing won't go in. Let me take off my bearings. It's just getting stuck on this thing. I like this thing. There. Sort of. Now, all the other YouTube people, don't trust them. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Nah. I'm just now getting to it. Shoot. Now, take your little oval thingy, little bob, forget what it's called every time. And you're going to have a harder time putting it on like me. Unless you're lucky. If you're lucky, call me and tell me. Ow. I say ow a lot. I speak for the tools. I forgot to put the bearings in. Let me see if it'll go around. No, it probably won't. Then there's a tiny little bearing. Okay. Alright, now you got your little oval piece in. You got to take it, clamp it down with a wrench, and tighten it until nothing can tighten. Make sure everything spins perfectly. If it seems a little tight for you, take it off, loosen up the bolts. It's going to be a little hard for this. See, if it won't turn it off, it means you've done something wrong, like me. Or, wait a minute, I want it to stay still, like nothing happened, because I want it to be like a BMX. And go backwards and forwards and all that kind of stuff, you know? So, basically, I just did it. I don't know if you can see it, but I did it. Now, let me get this grease off my hands now that we're kind of done with all the grease work. Yeah, we are. Now, like I recall, I may need to do a little bit of work after this. If I would ask you this question, but you kind of can't answer me. But put in the comments below. Let me think. Oh yeah. Put in the comments below how all of your work has been after you following my directions. So after you do this and put it together and ride your bike after you put it together, let me know how I did telling you how to do this, because I'd like to know. So please put in the comments below how good I was at telling you all this, and give me good and bad and all that, and tell me how tell me what I could change of how I do. And if I can do that change, if it's not too hard for me to do that change, I'll do it. And here's a good question for the week. So I may not do this every week if I remember, but here's a question for the week to put in the comments below. How many bikes have you built? Put that in the comments below, and it's how many bikes have you built in your life, or fixed in your life? Built, fixed, long as you've taken off a wheel, it counts. Now, I think we got that on, and that's a little long, but alright, then you got this really thin bolt. Take that. Get that on. See, this ain't gonna turn at all, so that means I did good. I guess it's because I didn't put those in, but if you're following me and you don't want your bike to act like a BMX bike and not do all that, just take it apart and put those in somehow. I can't remember how anymore, because I have to be doing it to remember. Otherwise, I'm thinking that was a little quick, because I mean I got that done in 17 minutes. Now I'm gonna take off my brakes and never put them back on. So let me get to work and set up my cam. Okay, you can see that. It's gonna be a little hard. Oh man. Then you want to put your little square plate back in, then your brakes. But if you're going to be like me and not put your brakes back in, just throw your washers on without the brake and throw it on. Put your first bolt back on. Make sure you have enough room for your other bolt on the other side of the thing. If not, ow, you're going to have to loosen up some stuff on the other side. Loosen it up and tighten on the other side, and you'll realize, hey, this is getting longer. Maybe I should have left the brake on to do this, so that way I could. I'm just going back and forth. I mean, I've done this. I've taken off a brake and made it a BMX bike rim before, but I'm just like, I can't I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm just like, I'm kind of not feeling good anyway, so I think that grease and fumes got into me yesterday. So I'm just like, I'm just kind of not in the zone today. So I'm feeling terrible. I mean, not like I don't want to get up terrible. I mean, I just don't want to. I can't think straight. My stomach is icky for me. Everyone in my house is just. Everyone in the house is just feeling terrible today. Except for one person. That's me and my dad. Now it's just him. Don't want to get your brakes too tight back on yet. You've gotten that. Is my battery low? Alright, did it pause the video? No, it's still going. Oh. I heard my phone go off and the battery's low, so if it dies, forgive me. And I'm going to tell y'all real quick before it dies that, once you get your thing ready to go, get your brakes off or put them back on, tighten all the bolts, make sure everything's working right. Then once you go and put the put it on your bike, just put it on and put it on, put the chain on, put everything back together, pull back on the tire and tighten the bolts so that way your chain will be tight and you'll have it there and you'll be done. Pretty much. Yeah. I think you'll be done after that. And then just write it and give me comments and answer the question, how many bikes have you built, taking off the tire counts, and tell me how I did and everything. So that's it. I'm not going to stop the video on my own. I'm going to let it die, pretty much. I'm going to let it die for it. Just let it kind of die. That's kind of mean, though. But life is life, you know. So just give me those questions, and guess I'll see you later. I'm not going to turn it off. I'm going to say see you later, just in case it does.
Shoot.